Hello everyone, welcome to another walking video. Today we are going to walk the very beautiful Little Venice and Regent's Canal. I'm doing it with the walking group today and just waiting here at Warwick Avenue tube station to start. And off we go. There were so many people that they divided us into two different groups. If you look across the road, that's the other group there, still waiting. But we are the first one to get going, walking along this very nice area of North London. This tour is 2 hours long. And that lady there, she's our tour guide. She's very good. Had a brilliant 2 hours walking tour with her. In this group there's about 25 to 30 people, and it was very interesting because some people came from a really long way just to join these walks. There were people from America, Argentina, Brazil, China, India, Africa, France, Portugal, Spain. Oh, and of course some Londoners as well. And we are getting our first glimpse of the canal just here. Now this section of the canal is known as the Little Venice, and what makes it even better is that the day was absolutely perfect. The weather was very accommodating, nice and dry, just perfect. If you do come for a walk, then try to come around April, May, June, July. August, September is probably still okay. October is really pushing it, but I would say April, May, June, July is probably the best, because that's when you're most likely to get good weather, and that's when all the trees and flowers are in full bloom. I mean, you don't want to come do a walk when it's pouring down with rain, do you? That's just no fun at all, and it does rain a lot, quite frequently in England, so it's really good when you get perfect weather like this to go on a walk. We had a quick brief 5-10 minutes walk along the Little Venice section of the canal, and then we had to come up the road, walk over this bridge across the other side and into Maida Avenue. This is because things got a bit confusing here, because this is where the canal split into 3 different sections. One section takes you down into Paddington, the other takes you somewhere else, I don't know where, but we needed to get to the Regent's Canal section of it, and it seems there was no towpath that you can walk on, so we had to come up and walk parallel to it on this very grand palatial Regency style avenue of buildings here. The reason that is known as the Regency style is because of the Prince Regent. He had these areas commissioned and built, then named after himself. He was a very extravagant and flamboyant character. He spent a fortune and even went bankrupt a couple of times because of it. There's also Regent Street, Regent's Park, and of course Regent's Canal. I have got videos on all of them, so do go and watch them, because they give you a very good idea of the grand palatial style of the Prince Regent. We are at the end of Maida Avenue, and the Regency style buildings sort of stop for a bit. This is where you get all sorts of other interesting styles, like that Gothic looking building behind the tree, then this very beautiful Tudor style building, and then this pub. It was made of 15 types of marbles. If you go inside, it's very opulent. And then these style council flats, so all sorts of other stuff coming out here. But getting back to the canal, we'll be rejoining it shortly. We are rejoining the canal towpath and getting back onto the canal. And this is actually where the canal runs through Regent's Park. This is where Regent's Park starts at this end. I guess that's why it's called Regent's Canal. And this is also where you start seeing these Regency-style mansions appearing again. There's only 4 or 5 of them that actually got built along here. And they were built in the 1980s. It wasn't built at the time when the Prince had them commissioned and when the park was being done. His architect, John Nash, obviously designed them and intended to build them, but for whatever reason, it didn't get built at that time. I think he might have run out of money or something, not too sure, but they were eventually built in the 1980s, a few hundred years later, so they're quite new creations. They're not that old. If you saw my other Regent's Canal video, this section would look familiar to you, because in that video we walked from Camden Markdet towards this end of the canal, which is from east to west. In this video we're walking from this end towards Camden Markdet, which is from west to east. It's the same section of the canal, but just in the opposite direction, that's all. I should also mention that this walk was actually organised free by TfL, Transport for London. They do this 3 times a year, in March, May, and I think August or September. So basically they organise the tour guides, and then they all put up a list of all the different walks across London on the website. You just go to the website, choose whichever walk you want to go on, and you can pretty much choose as many as you can fit in, and then just turn up on the day like we do here and go on the walk. We are coming up to Blow Up Bridge. The reason for the name is because sometime in history the original bridge got blown up. What happened was that in the past the canal was part of the Grand Union Canal that connects the whole country, and it runs across London from east to west. It was used to transport goods and people across the country. So one day there was a barge that was transporting gunpowder, came to the bridge, and somehow it exploded and blew up the bridge. So the bridge got rebuilt and renamed Blow Up Bridge. But you can see before the railway came along, the canal was a very important transportation artery for the whole country. When the railway came along, it made the canal redundant. So nowadays the canal is just a very nice walking path for people to enjoy. We have reached our destination of Camden Market, which is the end point of this walk. Camden Market must be at its peak at the moment because it's jam-packed with people literally everywhere. There's not even standing room. If you saw my Regent's Canal video, you will see a total contrast to this, because that walk was done very early in the morning at 8:30 AM when Camden Market and Camden Town were still asleep. Here, this is around about 3 PM and it's totally packed with people literally everywhere. And we have come to the end of this video. I hope you go and see my Regent's Canal video if you haven't seen it already, to see the contrast with this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up again with you in another video. Okay, bye.